everyone. Welcome to Shero Commerce LinkedIn Live. I am Ashley Gates. I'm a marketing expert here at Shero, and we are going to be talking about Shopify today, some new releases that they have here in the winter, and some marketing trends and some other fun e-commerce trends that we're seeing in the market right now. We are going to be joined by Shero Commerce's internal Shopify expert, Gavin, and also a Shopify expert themselves from Shopify, Chantelle. And we are just going to be kind of updating you guys on what's going on. And please feel free to comment and ask questions as we are here live with you guys, and we can answer your questions live. So, Gavin,
Hi,
Director of
Ashley.
Shopify Practice for Shero, if you want to say hi.
Hi, Ashley. Happy to be here.
Awesome. He's from London, which it's pretty late there right now. So thanks for joining us. And Chantelle, thank you so much for being here.
Hi, Ashley. It's great to meet you.
Great to meet you too. All right. So let's jump on in. Chantelle, do you want to tell us a little bit about you and what you do there at Shopify?
Sure. So as Ashley mentioned, I'm Chantelle. I've been working in various SaaS organizations for over 10 years. I've been at Shopify for 6 years now. And I would say the roles I've taken on have always been centered around ensuring the customers or merchants we serve have a clear path to grow through optimizing our platform, access to industry experts, and of course, strong relationships with our partner networks. So currently at Shopify, I work with Amazing Plus partners like Shero Commerce, who are not only thought leaders in the commerce space, but also agencies devoted to guiding their clients to be successful across their B2B, retail, and online parts of their business.
Awesome. And then Gavin, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do with Shero and your Shopify partnership?
Yeah, thank you, Ashley. Yeah, I will do. Yeah, I'm Gavin McHugh. I've been working in e-com now for 23 years. I've been all part of development. I've predominantly been on the brand side of the table, but my role at Shero is I work across sales, so delivering solutions architecture, or the best way to fix customers' the way to fix the solutions through Shopify. But I also work on the production side as well. So when websites get into production, I help the production team best solutionize out their problems in the easiest and most effective way to deliver what's needed for our clients.
Awesome. So we're going to talk about some of the things going on with Shopify. We just hosted a really great event with Shopify in New York City, and it was amazing. We had quite a few people from the industry come and share their expertise. It was just a really great networking event. Both of you guys were there. Can you tell us some of your key takeaways from that event and some of the things that you guys are excited about that's upcoming?
Sure. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go, Gavin?
I think you go first, Chantelle.
Well, I thought the team at Shero did an incredible job with the event. It was a lot of fun. Richmond and the Shero team surpassed all internal metrics that we set that we are used to gauge the success of an event. There were over 100 people who attended the event, merchants from all stages in their journey. So I met merchants who were just starting out in developing a product to large enterprise companies that were looking to learn more about Shopify, the migration process, and more technical specifications around how our platform would allow them to further stretch and grow their capabilities and business. In terms of the topics, I thought the Shero team, of course, came in strong with what I thought were topics that were relevant to all merchants. The importance of building a solid strategy, SEO, total cost of ownership, and of course our friends from NetSuite and STX also did an incredible job and added a ton of value. The team was very holistic in their approach and discussion, and I saw a lot of people really engaging with the content. So a lot of people taking screenshots of the presentation and then engaging with our experts after to continue those conversations. So overall, I thought it was a big success, and we're really hoping to do more of these this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Chantelle, yeah, she kind of hit the nail on the head there. The event was super great. It was amazing to kind of meet customers from all steps of their journey and how they kind of, people that were literally just starting out up to, enterprise $50 million plus businesses, and have conversations with those people about the problems that they're facing and how we can best serve those problems. And I think, from a Shero perspective of that event, it's really important that we voice our strategies on how we solve customers' problems, and our thoughts and the things we're seeing with other customers. And to kind of have them one-on-one in the Shopify space in a major city the day that winter editions dropped was amazing. It was kind of winter editions drop is one of the two biggest days in Shopify's yearly history. So it was great to do it on that day, and it was a really amazing event.
Yeah, so Gavin, some of those new features and everything that they talked about, what are some of those takeaways that you have and things that you were really excited about and want to maybe share a little bit more about?
Yeah, thank you, Asha. For those who don't know, Shopify has 2 editions annually. So they have a winter editions and a summer edition. So every 6 months, Shopify announced the new features that are going to be rolling out over the next 6 months, unlike any other e-com platform. And so this is the winter editions. And in the winter editions, my key there's a few key aspects that we'll be able to deliver, a few key solutions that will help us deliver better services to our customers. The subscription app was fully rolled out, which is amazing. I think we'll talk a little bit about that, and Chantelle can add some context after I kind of have this video. But I think there's a lot of brands in the B2C world that don't consider that their product is a subscription product, and so they overlook missed opportunities of the element that they could add certain product types that they have into subscriptions and look to leverage that. They don't really want the commitment of having to spec out a third-party app or look for different sort of solutions within it. So having the subscriptions app as part of the native Shopify solution tech stack is going to be big for a lot of brands that don't necessarily think of subscriptions. What's your thoughts, Chantelle?
Similarly, I know there has been a lot of anticipation around the release of subscriptions. We had early access in summer 2023 editions. So then with the most recent 2024 winter editions, the app is now available and free for all merchants on Shopify. And like you said, it allows merchants an easy way to set up and manage subscription products natively within their Shopify admin. So from a customer experience, they can now easily manage their subscriptions, including the ability to skip, pause, update shipping or payment details, which I think is really exciting. And like you said, this is really important for a lot of our merchants. It really opens up the ability for them to increase customer lifetime value and recurring revenue by offering their products at subscriptions. And then what we've actually seen is that on average, subscriptions can contribute to 56% more revenue per customer by really just making it easier for them to receive their products that they love on a subscription plan.
Yeah, I'm so excited about the free subscription opportunity because it creates such a good opportunity for, especially smaller scale businesses that maybe don't necessarily have the money or budget to spend on really diving into a subscription program or something. But with it being free, it allows them to try it out and see that lift, so that they can really experience that and see how they can add subscriptions into their, their revenue stream and their marketing and all of that. So I'm so excited about subscriptions and having some of our clients add that onto their website.
For sure. And I think it's good for small merchants, but also like Gavin mentioned, it's also good for larger enterprise merchants who are just curious of whether or not the products that they sell, if there is demand for it to be a subscription product. So it really addresses all types of merchants depending on like how they want to kind of start with subscriptions.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Something else I'm really excited that Shopify's gotten so good at doing is B2B. I know that's something that Shopify's really increased, everything that they have to offer for B2B stuff. So could you tell us a little bit about some of the things that you're excited that Shopify's come up with there?
Sure, I can quickly start. So yes, B2B. There were 3 big announcements in the 2024 winter editions around B2B. So one of them being staff permissions for sales reps. So this one empowers our sales reps to place orders and access information from one central platform. Sales reps play a really critical role for many B2B merchants. So having that frictionless experience is really important. We also released B2B discounts. So that's the ability to create custom discounts to support complex pricing workflows. And then the last one is an interesting one. It's support for headless B2B storefronts. So with the upcoming launch, merchants will have the ability to build any e-commerce experience they desire with their preferred tech stack. They can either use Hydrogen, Headless Toolkit, or Storefront API to create that very customized buy experience for B2B. Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I think all those features are very, very strong. My favorite one there, though, is definitely discounts tailored off price lists, setting discounts. For those who don't know, B2B price lists are set up. You can set those up within Shopify Plus, and you can set price lists for individual companies that buy from your business. So individual companies within B2B have set price lists. Previous to this announcement, if you wanted to offer any level of discount to those, they would have to kind of fit in more of a generic type discount. Now you can completely customize the discount against a particular price list, which makes it super effective for so many B2B customers. So I think that's my favorite out of those 3.
Yeah, for sure. We had a question come in. Let's see. It says, what's the most exciting Shopify update for a business that may be considering a replatform?
Oh, well, that's should I go?
A replatform to Shopify.
Yeah, I go. Right. It depends on the business. I think if you're a subscription business or even considering subscriptions, it's subscriptions. I think there's a few, because there's a new Shopify Magic AI tool. So even if you're not a subscription business and you are starting out and you're struggling to get your product descriptions together and edit your images in the correct way to remove the backgrounds, for kind of smaller merchants, I think those tools kind of help you get your store, people that are kind of delving into e-commerce for the first time. I think some of those tools will really help that happen. In regards to sort of replatforming, subscriptions probably is the main one, unless it's the B2B features on them editions. So yeah, that's my kind of opinions on that. Yours, Chantelle?
I think, like you said, it really varies depending on the type of merchant it is, their size, what they're trying, like the problems they're trying to solve, sort of the evolution of the brand that they're looking to seek. I think with any additions, and just like in general, how Shopify evolves their product, it's always trying to like be at the forefront of the e-commerce trends that we're seeing. So if you have that strategy and you know where you want to grow and you're curious of whether or not your current platform can help you get there, I think it warrants a conversation with Shopify in terms of like, what are some other ways that we can continually evolve like our business using Shopify, the customer experience, our internal team's business. So it's such a broad question that's really hard to answer.
I will add one. I will add one more to that though, Chantelle. One that I think is particularly strong out of, because there was Shopify Winter Editions is over 100 additional enhancements, right?
Yeah.
So they only came out a week ago, and I think it'll probably take me at least another 2 to 3 weeks to digest them. But yeah, reading them, testing them, seeing how they work, seeing where we can deploy them across our customers, seeing where it makes sense. One of the ones that I think is particularly great on the Winter Editions one is Shopify combined listings. And what this principally means is if you list individual products and then you want to combine those listings as one landing page or one ad. So let's say that you sell 3 t-shirts and you sell 3 shorts, and you've got shorts and t-shirts. So you've got 6 products on your website. And then you want to make an individual listing that combines all those 3 products as one listing. and you want to run ads, particularly to that product page, where they can choose at variant level how that looks. It's principally a grouped product listing that they kind of delivered within this. The really great part on a granular level of that particular feature, each individual product would still have its own unique URL. So relevant to the landing page, the URL itself would be independent of the product, which is excellent for SEO. So it doesn't take anywhere near the SEO capabilities or features. Many brands list a lot of products individually, and they might sometimes think, should I do these as groups or variants? Now they have the option to list them individually. And also, if they fancy to collect, if it makes sense to put them together as part of listings, move it through.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that one too. I think it is such a great, kind of cross-sell opportunity that just creates itself by having those things listed together like that. It's such a good feature. I'm really excited to implement some of those on our clients too.
These are the.
I was just going to say we have some of our other Shopify Winter Edition releases here, just so that we make sure we don't forget any of them. And if people want to screenshot the slides or anything, so if there's any here, Gavin and Chantelle, that you guys want to kind of expand on, and any that are really exciting for you.
Yeah, I'll kind of run through these. These are, when I kind of read Winter Editions and listened live and then had a couple of days to digest, these were my key takeaways. There's still a lot more outside of this. We've touched on the B2B enhancements. We've already done those. Checkout extensibility has been really large in Shopify ecosystem for the last 12 months, principally allowing you to customize the checkout experience and what the checkout can do. There's 90 new apps, and there's a whole host of APIs you can connect third parties to, which it's super exciting to kind of customize that checkout experience. There's improved search and product categorization, AI driven, so you don't necessarily have to manually do this. You can kind of work it out for itself to a degree, whether that's search terms or categorization of products. Shopify combined listings is what I've just discussed in regards to group products. That's super strong. And then I think, is there another slide there I think that we can pop to? Or is that the last? No, that's okay. Yeah, so I think, so we've got the subscription app, which we discussed earlier. Expandable sales channels. This is quite interesting for those merchants that use Shopify POS, which is principally a form to take payment in person in your store, as an example. There's some expandable channels that you can push and ship from the store. So if somebody comes into your store and they want to ship from the store or collect from the store, those systems are now available to ship from the website or ship from the store. There's Shopify Audiences has been around now, I think, about 12 months. And Shopify Audiences uses a collective algorithm of what audiences that your ads should be shown to. There's some advanced new features that have came out of this, and I think Shopify Audiences is one of the areas in Shopify that I haven't fully delved into, but I think it's one of those areas that's got huge potential over the next 12 months. Magic and AI Suite is a particularly feature-rich tool, I think, for more startup companies. It allows AI content to be created, so you can create text, you can edit your images directly within Shopify, so you can touch them up, you can remove the background, things like that, things that you would have had to do using external tools. And one of the big ones from a development perspective, and getting my development hat on, for a few years there's been some outcry within the Shopify development world to increase the variant level of how many variants are allowed on a single product. And this increased from 1,000 to 2,000. I think this point shows more than any that Shopify listen to what developers say and what they ask and what we say as partners of we're getting these requirements from our customers. And I think, Shopify Winter Editions 24 is called Shopify Foundations Winter's Edition 24. And I think that's exactly what it means. It represents Shopify going back to the foundations of the platform, how they can help merchants grow at all levels, and working through the things that they see that merchants potentially might be facing. So I think the edition's absolutely excellent.
Chantelle, do you have anything to add?
I thought Gavin did a really good job summarizing some of the really exciting pieces that we released. I didn't want to say that the variant limit was the most exciting one, but it's definitely one that it is very exciting because for me, I've been here for a long time, and Gavin, you hit on such a good point. It is something that developers have been asking for a long time. And I think I've heard of it every single year that I've been here. And I know that the team has been working really hard to make that release for the years that I've been here. So that one was an exciting one for me to see because I've seen it being echoed for so long. And I know the internal push that we've done because, like you said, direct I guess, response to knowing like what our developers are trying to work through.
Yeah, exactly that.
Awesome. Oh, we have some more questions, it looks like. Let's see who's in the hot seat. Ashley. Oh no. What feature are you most excited about with the new Shopify? Yeah, I feel like we've talked about this a lot. I would have to say probably my most exciting one, just because I know it's going to be so beneficial for a lot of our customers, is the subscription option. I'm so excited for some of our clients that have kind of been hesitant to try that, for them to be able to get that option. That's going to be such an easy, seamless integration since it's right on Shopify. That's one of the things I love about it. I know it's not going to be as much of a pain point as it is sometimes to set up and everything. So I'm really excited for some clients to get to dive into trying that out and see the success that adding those subscriptions can create for them, and help that recurring revenue that I know is so important for a lot of e-commerce businesses. So yeah, I'd have to say that that one would be my biggest one. Did we have any other questions? I think Chantelle. Is Shopify going to be creating more opportunities to minimize our tech stacks?
Also a very broad question. I can't talk too much about the roadmap, but I would say that is always part of what we consider. We always want to make sure the entry into e-commerce or like the evolution of different brands is easy, depending on like whatever part of the journey you are on as a merchant. So that sounds like a terrible answer, but it is always something we consider. And as you see the summer editions, winter editions, you'll see elements of us kind of weaving that into the things that we release.
I think as well, I think to kind of add to that, Chantelle, I think if you kind of, the kind of new, cool, sexy word kind of used by the Shopify development agencies right now is Shopify native. So as opposed to using third-party apps, Shopify native wasn't really a phrase 18 months ago, 2 years ago. But as we see more and more development companies constantly looking to deliver wares natively within Shopify without putting any extra weight on the stack, without additional cost, Shopify kind of opening new features combined with companies like Shero looking for ways to deliver that in a native environment. I'm quite excited to see what that looks like in the next 2 to 3 years. And yeah, we need great app developers. It brings products forward. We 100% do that. They're incredibly important to Shopify's ecosystem. But at the same time, there's also a place to trying to deliver that for the right client in a native matter, and that's kind of minimize that. Keep it simple. Keep the tech stack simple. Don't complicate it. Is always the strategy.
And then let's just do one more question for Gavin. What is the easiest way to audit my tech stack?
Oh, well, that is a good question. Yeah, it's a big question. I think if it's an e-commerce tech stack, I mean, if it's a wider tech stack, it's a whole greater question. If it's the tech stack, not just the website, if it's the ERP, WMS, CRM, you can order it from, are we ordering from an efficiency perspective or a cost perspective, or are we getting the most out of our tech stack perspective? There's a lot of ways it could be ordered, but I'm going to make the assumption that if they're talking about just the e-commerce tech stack and just its efficiencies, principally the way that I kind of operate handling that is look to see the independent teams around the company and what parts of that stack is being utilized, and whether it's working for them, if it's the right solution. Is it saving time? Is it bringing the value? Is it bringing ROI? From a granular level, that could be from an app perspective or something that touches the apps. That's a very broad question, though.
All right. So I think that we've covered quite a bit today, and we are over the time that we normally try to stay under, but we have so much to talk about with Shopify and stuff and all the exciting things. So, but I am so thankful for you guys coming on and talking with us today. I can't wait for our next Shopify event. I think I may be able to go to the next one. So Chantelle, hopefully I'll get to meet you in person.
For sure.
It'll be super fun. And if anyone is in New York and they want to come, it is a free event that we put on with Shopify and some of our other partners. So yeah, I can't wait for the next one and to see all the new topics that we get to talk about and cover there. Do you guys have any last final thoughts or anything before we say goodbye to everyone?
I think that's me. I think, to be honest, Ashley.
I feel like we covered a lot. I think, yeah.
Yeah, I think we did. I think we did. It went good.
We did.
Well
I
done.
can't wait for next quarters for us to find out all the new other things that Shopify is coming out with. You guys always have the best fun new things that is just so exciting to be able to look at and be a part of. So next time we will probably have our CEO Beth back. She was on the road this time. She's speaking at an ICBA conference right now as we are on this live. So yeah, she's out there, and but yeah, she's doing a really good job out there, but she'll be back next time for our lives. We always do them Thursdays at noon Eastern Standard Time. So make sure and join in. And thank you guys so much for coming, and we'll talk to you next time.